Well, welcome back to Marrickville. We are on the Rideau River here today, and you can see we've picked a beautiful day for boating. I mean, there's no sunshine and it's pouring rain, just fantastic. But that's all right because we have an important message to get out today. It's Boating Safety Week, and here to talk about it, we're with the OPP today, Constable Bill Robertson. So obviously we need some tools as well once you're out on the boat, on the water. There's certain things you need in order to make boating safe.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, some of your basic ones that all boats need are a throw line, a buoyant heaving line of some sort.
Yep.
You can use in case somebody falls overboard and you need to try to throw it to them to try to get it in.
Okay.
And the key parts with this regards, so we get a lot of people that carry rope on their boats and stuff, and they think, well, here's my throw line. Well, the key thing to it is that the rope needs to float, and the end of it needs to be weighted in order to throw it and to direct it, but at the same time, it needs to float as well.
Okay. So these ones you can just pick up, I guess, at, local suppliers.
Yeah, most of your hardware stores carry this type of stuff nowadays, or sometimes the fireplaces have these like that. You can pick them up. So
now we obviously know life jackets are very important. We have ours on today. Maybe talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, your life jackets need to be boating in Canada. You have to have Transport Canada approved life jackets. A boat one like this is an inflatable. If you're going to have an inflatable, and they're becoming more popular all the time because obviously they're lightweight and less intrusive, they need to be worn all the time on the boat. They can't be taken off. Unlike your older style, I can pull one out here.
Of a life jacket?
Life jackets, these ones here, they can be kept in the boat. Obviously, if you get into a situation where the weather is inclement, there's high winds, high waves, we prefer people get them put on, have them on ahead of time. But these ones can be stored in the boat as long as there's enough on board for all the people on board, and being the right size. If you have children, make sure they have ones that are small enough to fit
properly.
them.
And what about in terms of the fire extinguisher?
Yeah, if you have a boat that's equipped with an onboard gas tank, then you have to have a fire extinguisher on board. The minimum requirement for the smaller boats is a 5 BC, and just take a look at it, make sure that your gauge is in the green, and make sure. And the other thing, when people carry these in their boat all year round, they're usually put in some mount somewhere, and they're exposed to constant bouncing on the wave action. And what can happen is your fire retardant material can get caked in the bottom. So it's good to take it out a few times in the summer, give it a shake. Otherwise, what you'll end up with is all your propellant being blown out and none of the fire retardant material.
Important stuff. Flashlight, obviously another thing that's important.
Yeah, flashlight. People, a lot of misconceptions here, and I keep referring to that because that's, I want people to realize that a flashlight is something that needs to be on your boat at all times. It's not. It can be used as an aid to navigation, or it can be used as a nighttime aid. But I mean, at the same time, it can also be used as a signaling device during the day if you're in trouble.
Perfect. And then last but not least, an oar.
Yeah. Well, everybody's known for years and years. We all need to have a paddle. If you don't have a paddle on board, then you also have to, or you can have an anchor. Obviously, larger boats you can't paddle them, so an anchor is also admissible.
Perfect. Well, when we come back, we're actually going to talk a bit more about what you guys will be out on the water for this summer, checking for. So stay with us. Lots more to come here. Learning about boating safety on CTV Morning Live.